And you know what from? What's a show? The oldest profession. And the bedroom come. My guest, one love the kubolo. Boko akwaba.
Yeah.
Nefera.
Pochoane.
Hey.
Ferrazipa.
Hey, Dama.
More than fairy.
I want to mention Rosia. A Ferrari.
Pochoane.
Oh, I see. Beautiful. Beautiful. No more Angel Maxine. My boys in the Yabia. Pocho more aquaba. In fact, cousin waiting 1 minute, but in that minimum massa. Because I know what I shot madam. Into no Maxine or ya woman. Na a feature. One love the kubolo. Beautiful. And you never do not motivate.
Okay, so actually, I realized that people need a voice.
Okay.
Yes, everybody needs a voice. Everybody has to be heard. Everybody has a challenge. And if this is the way I'm the voice of sex workers can be heard, this is how I'll do it.
The voice of sex workers to be heard, yes. As in won't legalize the sex working.
No. And just say, being just say legalize sex working, and I say me encourage sex work.
Okay.
But if you do sex work, you should know that it's work. You should own it. Say the bear so when you are in a common system, you can be bold enough to say what your problem is. People need education.
Okay.
People are having unprotected sex every day.
Honestly.
If you are able to own what you do for a living, you will respect and protect it and protect yourself.
Let me try and make sure I understand everything. So supposing that Obia or a sex worker, maybe we bring social media, was signed into any of the social media platforms. When you are writing, when you are giving your details, baby or you'll be a profession. The person should be bold enough to write that I'm a prostitute.
Because Juma.
Really?
Yes, Juma.
What's your tax?
I know the phone say your tax is from patronize the sex workers. I didn't sex workers tax. So did he? So toilet time.
But saying a work and then a Juma Bosomoson, a ketia bar. What's it so? Maybe a taxi before your take home money. But you being a shawono, whatever thing you do with whoever you do with no, a realness would tria wakawa. And say, Nipponon to taxi BNF.
I said, corruption is one of the taxi. My message is not about Sika and tax and
but they should be bold.
Protect yourself
and
own it.
Okay.
Because it's a profession. If people are patronizing it every day, and it's a profession. Answer, your basic studio, we're not oldest profession, never heard that. So it should be talked. Look, it should be talked. It's a conversation that what's here to me have it. My money yet says sex work and the bunny bee is so bad, is this and
so it's not bad.
It's not bad. For me.
No, well, I know I was true.
That will be something else.
I know I was true.
It's not bad. Sex work, there's work, it's not bad. So it's not bad. If somebody finds themselves doing sex work, it's not bad. But protect yourself at all times.
Madam about one love, but then my man is our son with you. And I'll remember one love. One love. Add no motivate to the future when you meet. I shall the oldest profession.
Angel can be there, something to the tune of points now. today uko gym ko Jimmy body a ashawo o sugar mommy a ashawo because you are trying to sell your body for some favor in some way. It will be a turn the body, the energy in a way no who ashawolize you are selling something.
Now say you be or gym there no gym there or build your body so that it will attract somebody else.
But be say
because I'm meeting here ka gym your body to whichever extent to cry it won't attract me.
Obi ani ni taste.
Or that body no mu go kakra gina hwa na yefun no wa woso.
Yeah.
So go gym. Ono so.
So we have what taste.
Enyo adzene dey.
So do how a business into na
Oroko. Well,
a cough for what would you say? I don't think I will gym.
But then Maxine, say ekade ashawo is a profession. So they should own it. They should talk about their sex life and all that, especially health-wise and all that. Because oh yeah, able to match your baby nazi. Na say I'm Robert so. Once what shasana wakade, it is also a profession, and therefore they should own it.
So for me, yeah, maybe master might be I say drew time. I'm Robert because I a professional. Maybe I say time maybe do, but media.
But would you be happy?
Say.
Would you feel okay if Armed Robbers start advocating? Then one should words and it's a profession because that's how they also earn a living. And you know, they should boldly own it.
Say Armed Robber, because it's a profession, it's a living. It's a professional if it's not hurting anybody. So professional say abuse you be say it's not causing any harm to Obia. I don't see why you can't.
I don't think Ashawa is causing any harm to anybody.
It's causing harm because we are not talking about it. People are being infected by HIV every day, STIs every day because we are covering up the things we should be able to talk about.
WANLOV.
Yeah.
The Kubolo.
What's up?
It's in Kubolo numponi. In fact, or motivate him that you know what's up.
Really?
Because a Kubolo za no chede I would say baby a tun ramo yi. Yeah, can shower ni no. Why there margarine has been at one side, but she said I'm thinking like it's broadening up. Hearing no, near him there. Ashawodi udano fane for kruma. Eboyin wo hye kwana na ade eye ya na bi ebeje ho we post akra he ya some locations bi we bo enyame na meba betro be location ho na akwa akohwehwe bi wankasa drive for kruma ehu bi ana ehu bi. Don't wait for me to mention locations. But then see hook up abaka ho. Ono no a door to door delivery.
Lovely.
E shawudem. Most of them cry go on or some corporate institution be na de ebia edwuma ye no go some 1,000 Ghana na what man nti onya hook up connection bia okobe 2 hours 3 hours 500 na waji oko next one nti ono cry no ye no ebia 3 weeks onya more than what she's earning at the end of the month. A lot of people have started complaining. This is Adamazano. Wama a lot of HIV why very very common because at least so jina kwan ho na ereka fana enyimde mori yenyi but then kukuom Facebook let's hook up na kaje isn't this rather academic na me accept her? Is it not rather going to make more people feel bold enough to say that okay, so since then I also want to be a part of it, and therefore no about spreading what kind of HIV and sexually transmitted infections no more.
If some more bold and emotion as profession, then I will go back to the street level. I only say humanity be a mobile taking protection more seriously, but me who say idea. I walk 50, for time. And any beer a beko. And I say you find the best ways to live with it, be it the client or the service person. Like I said to make sure the best way for both parties to be protected, to be aware, and to have, you know, their rights and their health taken care of. And say, in a way, you know, as I said, I mean, there's many countries are, Ghana, looking up to us, model countries with good GDP, good happiness index, and ecology, at the same time, so legalizes sex work, you know, because who say koso, and so why don't you want, if your daughter or son or child wants to enter such a profession, as a parent, you shouldn't be sad. But the reason we are sad is because there's no protection for that group of people. Say bibia unim there omunya benefits, healthcare, bibia na obane se or rasa ejumamua. You won't be as worried or
I would fairly say he or she would have sex for a living.
Yes, because bimu omon banu ye nymphomaniac. Nymphomaniac ne obi a obetumi akule too much, obetumi akule sex or person or have it. Into obetumi have it, let's say so many like bouts of sex in a week. On ya 10 CDs for home. But now the ye ne juma very soon obetwe obi a wo fie ho on the busuafo.
You have children?
Yes.
It is a woman work and that is what they want to do.
I'll just hope that their sex, the country they are doing it in, has rights protecting them. And no dear. Because the number of times I have sex, no, nanka me Jessica, nanka sisia, to me I nyama bebre. My any free, into me kra me jimi amete ha.
So if you get the opportunity to move to a country, sex workers have rights that protects them, and it is legal. Would you be a sex worker?
Oh, depending on those kind of hook up with choice. For Metina Paris for about 3 months, na me year residency project for her. And every weekend, na different lady be visiting me from different country. Ewo apartments na mete wo ho ente. Na me ne omoko African restaurant be wo Chateau Rouge, your friend Makola, Ahimfie restaurant.
Okay.
And some Ivorian restaurants who sometimes you could do jollof for her. Until one day, ladies are almost 7, almost say, that who say all the different lady bar around. But Juma Ben now here. Because you need her was not saying every week will be a straw from different country, Portugal, say. And I'm a sex worker. And I say, sir, okay. Into your catch her in a downfall or serve your kitchen hall. And now, or some buy or the paper buy. You see yourself, mention me number 2 paper and so. But my price is not the same. And I'm still depending from 300 euros to 3,000. So I'm sure clients met me at to price now because you say, oh, okay. And they say, oh, baby, be my cool. And I'm say, oh, no problem. And say, Lanka, I met me around that business. I can register you because me per sex. Let's see, like maybe I'm a per sex at least once. Let's say 3 times a week at least. I send me to me refreshing my blood.
Is it with one woman and another multiple?
Men sakra ka ho. Men sakra ka ho. Enti nanka if I was in a kind of country or space that met to me bookie obi be booking me. Now me say at this time now I choose the clients now I'll accept to this one. Yeah, then I'll be making some steady money every month. Say at least me or 2-3 clients. Be I say me call gym, call training, facing omo. It will be a nice job.
But conversation they about you do. Angel Maxine, you are biological male, but you identify as a female. Let's say your pronouns are she, her, and hers. The man's impediment. If you identify as a female, if you're a biological male and you identify as a female, it means you are gay.
No.
You are not gay.
No.
Are you straight?
So, being a trans person, like me explain it.
Yeah, sure.
So, yeah, so being a trans person, like yourself, you, so. You know, so yeah, like we battle with ourselves with a lot of things. getting to understand our own selves, our own characteristics be. Niema be a way who we feel say a beer obi who say be a sad way different, but to you, no, you who say a nature and a part of you, and this is who you are. So for me, I would say growing up, no, I grew up as an effeminate person. So I would say as an effeminate, let's say effeminate boy growing up. And I'd always felt different.
Okay.
I've always felt different. I'd always, maybe I'm a very low self-esteem because me are different. My expression is different. The way I was basically the woman of, I would say, my home, you know, of my siblings, taking care of the house. Like, it was just like me.
You were playing female roles, quote and unquote.
I won't say female roles.
If you know why there, if you beginning pra, besia no pra, is that what you mean?
What say? Yena yamana luku say na society na yamana luku say.
Yes. So,
but what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I grew up as an effeminate, as having that motherly figure and that thing in me.
Okay.
Like, and all my life I've seen myself say me oba me swani inano. Tamana me, you know, to make us say to 10, 11, like I was still young, and I remember so well when I saw say me young, me classmates and people are puberty. Now they're having the seed in their breast popping out, a be menstruative, pubic hair were coming, all those things. For me in my head, I'd always known that I was a woman, even though the gender they've written say it's a male or a female, a male, no. I had always known myself, and I had stood for the anonymity, no. But now it was difficult for me to explain to Obifufro to understand what is happening inside me, because now when I want to talk about it, we'll say, growing up, you know, you can't talk with your parents about certain things. You would rather confine in Obi or wanting mom, and it could lead you astray if you don't even find the right person to talk to. That's my say. So I wasn't able to have that conversation growing up to actually know and understand and know why my characteristics are different, why my voice is like this, why when I'm naked standing and my brother is standing, my figure is so different from him, my expression, like everything was, I didn't have that conversation. Into the meaning, you know, I was battling with. So I started trying to see, say, me who be a or to say me, and get to understand, say, maybe I mean, kwa na me feel sa, and I say, obi fu France who or to say me. Yes. So me, you know, I didn't have the chat. Me who will be so to say me so that ask me or JSS and then say SS. Me who will be to say me to me reassess, no. And I'm saying no. Me start to say me back room. Me start to say me call room. Now me start to say me research. He say I want to find effeminate men. I want to see. Say me who will be to say me. No be say oh call Accra. Say you find some people there. And honestly, when I went, I saw people like me who were living freely, and I started having conversations with them to understand, asking questions. Me person who say that me feel it, I know when so feel it. Say that me see we bibi asene say na in calm it see, you know, like I started getting to understand. Say enye me nkwana me say sa, enye me nkwana me was a confusion, you know, about my identity crisis. Always knowing myself, say no, I am a woman and I'm not a man. This is who I am. So I came on to chance with a transgender, and I read the definition as being trapped in a different body. Yes, so I started researching on who a trans person is, how to identify myself as a trans person, learning, because yempe adisuya wagana hasi, and when you and I be a kind and no baby I know yes yeah. Until you to me a board, you to me to my reference, because we know. So I started learning. I started getting to understand what it meant by being a trans person, and I understood. Say, oh, being a transgender, no, your gender identity, and your sexual orientation.
It's your identity, but not your sexual
orientation.
Our.
Me worry.
Are you attracted to male or you're attracted to female? I'm not talking about somebody who is also trans. I'm talking biological. The one love wahe biologically being not in a home. Would you be attracted to him or are you attracted to him?
So my attraction is fluid. I would say.
Fluid, no, not children.
I'm attracted to human beings. They be me specific, but I'm attracted to human beings.
Specific, no more.
Specific, no more to say. Say because you go bon komoko.
Mama Tasi says.
Mama what I say, don't worry. Mama what I say.
Me besia. Are you attracted to me?
I am a woman, and I am a woman like you. I have not been attracted to my gender as my gender identity as other women like me. So I am a woman. And
so you are a woman that's attracted to men. Oh,
so a woman doesn't, the fact that you're a woman gives you, it also gives you the chance to be attracted to whoever you want to be attracted to.
I am a woman, I'm not attracted to whoever I want to be attracted to.
That is you. But I can be attracted, there are millions of people like me who can be attracted to any person who identifies as a human being. Yes.
As I mean, maybe some questions more not still me you're confused. One love. Are you straight?
I'm not sure, you know.
You're not sure?
Yeah.
Definitely.
They meant to make us a mafabini, but
amphibida.
In collaborate like mama and dad at times. Now to me the girls and our boys hear the same thing.
America yenini.
There be me energy is more attracted to a woman's energy.
Okay.
But as I make a woman's energy and it's right there. Ubia or vagina.
Okay.
Ubia or basum.
So are you attracted to her?
Yes.
You are attracted to her?
Yes.
Angel Maxine, do you have a vagina or you have a penis?
So I told you that I'm a trans woman. Right. So I'm still transitioning.
You are still transitioning.
Yes.
See, when you know, or you're brazy and a day a tamashima and I see and I you fan kasankasa.
So
see, I you fan kasankasa.
Before.
That's
right.
And so you went through surgery?
No, I haven't gone through the surgery yet, but I will say, when I gave myself the chance to be me, I changed. Naturally, I started changing, and I have proof. I'm you'll be shocked.
Your penis hasn't changed into a vagina.
I am a trans woman, so I'm still.
And you are not menstruating.
I'm still transitioning.
So you will transition to a point, but you believe you'd menstruate?
Every woman doesn't menstruate. Every woman doesn't menstruate. So I don't have to menstruate to prove that I'm a woman. Yes.
Do you have plans of having children?
Of course.
So you having children now, would you adopt another, you would go for a female and have the child with a female?
There are so many ways to have kids now. There are so many ways. When the time comes, I will find a better way. But I can have a child through whatever means, through surrogacy or whatever means I want to. Some people have, there are people who really have their womb there, but they've decided not to use their wombs to have kids. So, business is more obi, employment more obi so.
Employment more so.
Me catch one love, so one love person me uba mau. No, I donate in sperm. Ne uba ne eba. It's the same.
And so donate sperm ni we are na wa share besia or wumba or carry.
So there'll be a carrier. That is all.
Into say besia bi or botum wa carry no. Say if ono so kade sisi amaso me trans into mu wumb man fan carry abofra ba ebeye de nenya ba.
They say nipa nya ba ko pe wasasi so.
Okay. Okay. Why are you doing music?
So music is my passion.
Okay.
Music is the only way I'm able to send my message across. Music is the only way I'm able to speak, and that is why I love music.
Are you making money from the type of music that you're doing?
Yes, I am. I have my, you see, you just have to identify your fan base.
Okay.
Yes, and I have a fan base. Yes, and I have people who love my, look, everybody doesn't have to love you. Do you want, like, should everybody love you? Exactly. It's no senipa 3 4 no mo pe me na omo pe masem na dia me na ye omo fe na be almost support here. Then I'm growing as an artist. The sanity. Yeah.
One Love.
What's up?
Sister Debbie. You are two people that I know there were advocates for LGBTQ plus. Why have you decided to be an advocate for that community?
A few years ago, it wasn't really, like, we weren't really aware of the community in Ghana.
Okay.
And when we started becoming aware of the community and the kind of oppression that's like the new wave of right-wing Christianity from, let's say, Texas and other parts of the United States are pushing this anti-human, anti-queer agenda. Yehu de yadanfufuo ne ebusuafo bi ewo that community mu. And at the same time, me obi a when I'm presenting me home in public most times, obi bet me reach the wrong conclusion about me orientation and me orientation sexually and I be so me hune there this bill omo person omo pass is something that's going to endanger the lives of many Ghanaians. In Sierra na ya started face like this opposition from the members, the private members bill for anti-LGBTQ plus. Yehuna as something very wicked. I be affected Ghanaians be brave, and yet almost like you dream say be affected just queer people, but say a king kind bill now. There's so many things in there that's affecting the average Ghanaian.
You beat it up, but nobody.
Today say oh yeah. Like Webusian B, Webusian B is somehow queer in the queer community or identifies as queer or is queer. Now I'm reporting one person they will go prison. If a lawyer takes up your case to fight for you in court to defend something about you and you are an LGBTQ person, that lawyer is also going to be put behind bars, going to be arrested. You can be extradited from other countries. So, like, if somebody will be a political enemy, or call UK and be baby. Now, I can say, oh, you're gay now, or Johnny free hire per se, you're that country will be obliged to extradite said person from wherever country or mote. So many, like cross-dressing, be a band. You see, there were so many performers, artists are more cross-dressing. Some of them are not necessarily queer or in the community, but Sabil I'm introducing it affecting all those aspects. And we say like because of poverty, there are so many things that corruption, like let's say the corruption within the law, police phobia or habia almost name certain rights, almost name like the full rights of a Ghanaian citizen, but such a law be pass here. If you are walking by and you are having maybe pink shoes as a man or what some there and what dressing in a certain colorful way, the police now accuse you of, let's say you are gay. You don't have a way to prove whether you are gay or not. And the police can abuse their power and either extort something from you or lock you with no evidence. And I feel like it can be used anyhow, dangerously, and even the media can be arrested. Like, if the bill passes, you won't be able to interview us today.
Of course, of course.
And say,
but then, I've tried to the beginning, I want to understand. It started with LGBT, and then in Kakankakra, Ibiaba Kona Plus Nade. When we look at the outside world, the international world, we are getting, or now we have, Obi Botumedana Moshe documentary be a woman who says she identifies as a blind person. On into Waka Fedri Guninwom. We're friending. There is a man, I think he was 54 years or something. Or Womba. Suddenly also or identify as a 14-year-old. Into no Osha said dressing as a 14-year-old. Put himself up for adoption. Or be adopting. Na oye na di ni bibia. There's a 54-year-old man. Weja no responsibility ni na wo. Now so or identify as a 14-year-old. Or dress or the ribbon. Or the abuboni trim. Wa share a trebi or da budi abatela budi abate. Onye moframa use the same washroom and all that. And it is supposed to be accepted. In your opinion, you, Awankasa Angel Maxine, to what point do you think that the LGBTQ plus community should draw the point, the line, and say enough, this is where it ends?
Okay, so I would say we are seeing now we are getting to know things every day. We are all also very different people, and every day we grow and we understand ourselves in different ways. So many to me condemn me will be from what the person feels like to be and I say what they want to do. So for me, what I know is LGBTQI+. So I had to say, you can say abrofuna no creative words na it's not how you can in English, you know. So these are words, but everybody identify themselves with a word. So it's LGBT, is lesbian, gays, bisexual, transgender, and we have intersex people. Our first friend, hermaphrodite. Okay. Yes, but now it's intersex. A more biological way, intersex. Okay. Yes, so these are the but the plus and whatever that is. I can't know. And there be no creative one just to make the LGBT community so look good down. Say, and the LGBT community is the one producing this kind of people, and I said these other people who are also saying but that they feel this way. But we are talking about rights. Oh, but so whatever I decide to identify as, I should have rights that protect me. But the thing is, the LGBT community has existed. The men out so this way 14 years, say any 3 days here now can the LGBT community has existed from time. The LGBT community has existed before Christ. Okay. Yes. So and they live with us, and they are human beings. And the gay person has not come to tell you that I want to force you to do this with you. When Erica the CCI is probably the one kasana we decide that what's in nyama what if they also start fighting for their rights, that they should also be recognized. Do you think it would be right?
It's not a reality though.
Yes.
Like Nipakona Okazes or 55 Okazes or D14 no. It's not something that more than 2 or 3 people in the world.
No, people are doing.
Yeah,
another man was convicted of rape, and when you know court, I think we rape a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old. Court, also identify as 12-year-old. And if I identify as the same age of the person no raping, it's not even rape in the first place.
Yes, but Bibi sa anya Bibi ambeje tum say identify as 12. I know as a mental case,
but then we should
for a different kind of evaluation.
But then we should accept that somebody who was born biologically male is now a female.
Yes, because you see, the word trans means the spirit is caught in transition. You know,
Transition to where?
There's a point in the body physically when the child is being formed that biologically it becomes either what we call biologically a male or a female. But there's also the spiritual aspect, the energy you feel from a person, which is what should hold stronger the gender word than the physical aspect. Because if you ask somebody to say, what is a man? Who is a man? You say someone who has a penis and can give birth or can, but then you have people who do have penises and cannot give birth, right? And then you have, like I was saying today, for example.
And so if somebody has a penis and cannot give birth, it doesn't make the person a man?
Because, no, that's what some people say. Like it, when in the argument of whether trans men are men, they'll say that, no, you can't be a man if you can't get someone pregnant. That's where the women that transition to men.
Even Besia Crano, if into was it you are not woman?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Society.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about that. Because to say like Obabe to me I spam bank, I could spams. Na or girl be a can say me pese onye mame makoto spams. Inti fanyim uhuna yen woba. That was the obibe to me I share no aka say girl we or your bema. Just because of that kind of maneuvering and energy, or they are presenting such a situation. But I'm putting that out to say, in a sense, say, sum no na etre the feminine or the masculine or the in-between energy. Spirit, I will feel it than the physical.
So before we go, unfortunately, your time nor so in fact I have a whole lot of questions. But then let me ask this na yonko enyum no do yen share baby ye betum ye kete be the video and all that where we can watch it. One love say ekade soon it is what you feel. It's for etina hey biological male identify as a male. Na sa me metina ha monumi. In my spirit, me feel it there. One love is a female. Am I right to identify you as a female and start calling you she, her, hers, and all that?
But
am I right?
I may identify me.
But I mean to identify.
You go me like you don't know.
And that's why I spirit. So I feel it, me feel it. That was spirit. No,
I bet me I can't there. Oh, me feel it say oh your bar. I bet me I catch me sir. But own to me, who need the right? I bet
try. Me feel it there. Be say that no my friend this year.
Yes, you can say that. Who say me feel it say oh you lesbian. Now on a man catch say we sure oh you lesbian. No. What am I saying? It's like that. It's like that. See, who say nipa bia no yeah what formation time, you know. There are so many things that goes on. Like when we read about forming a child in a womb, but there are so many things that goes on to that comes to gender. So a lot of things nyama to Mrs. Samuel baby. Emma baby yes I
they believe it there during conception.
Yeah.
Baby sign
of course. Of course.
And the reason I make her there is there's a difference between the trans argument and random, because trans argument millions of people and maybe let's say a few
that's 20. Plus nature for no one way some few
but
people.
Plus no may name their way because officially no and
first not plus and come
yes
let's see plus
yes
so gradually no
yeah, but so far
it starts with 1, 2, 3 and then the numbers keeps increasing.
It's a plus bar. The lesbian continues to be the lesbian person. The gay person continues to be the gay person. The trans person continues to be the trans person, and nothing adds up.
Angel.
Yeah.
Are you a lesbian? Are you a gay? What are you?
I am a heterosexual trans woman.
Heterosexual
trans woman, yes.
Okay. Ashawo, the oldest profession. You pedi yete ya young himfa.
So you know what digital platforms in Apple Music, Spotify, Boomplay, Audiomack,
Babya,
YouTube, Snapchat, TikTok, Babya.
Inti say your platforms no da abezin na yerbo.
Obezbo Angel Maxine Ashawo. featuring One Love Kuborlor.
Angel Magazine Ashawo featuring One Love Kuborlor. And now YouTube say.
And also
Angel Magazine.
Yes.
Ashawo featuring One Love.
Ashawo featuring One Love Kuborlor.
One Love Kuborlor.
Yes.
Beautiful.
About the Angel Magazine, Ashawo featuring One Love Kuborlor. It will just come.
It will come. Beautiful. One Love.
What's up?
Now, this one is we had time in the washing area, so we are just going. But then let me ask you this answer. This is Salim Fred Tamnibu.
Me riding me the motor by house. I mean, motor so most of the time. Yeah.
Since you say it's no motor, do you Fred Tam no from about 400 do?
Depend. Me one time you were met to me they are riding, but I think other ones no there only for motor riding or while any other things.
There's this notion that say Benin and share supporter or ya don't know or royal and what no attention
actually there be
or normal.
That's normal.
Okay. The man said maybe thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Thank you. Our into I'm conversation ebo mozana ko oye original TV GH ebutumna I could play back the conversation that we had. And the yenye Angel Maxine oye trans female, right? Makani. Trans woman. Ni pronoun or ni pronouns ye she, her, and hers. And yenye One Love Kuborlor. So yenye na chiche unkomo wahamunum. And yum for fra what's abano and yum the title or ye Ashawo the oldest profession. Nti echo all the digital platforms, echo YouTube, pekra ko Google, echo na ebo Angel Magazine, na abo Ashawo featuring One Love Kuborlor, and yum no obaba audio no baba video no baba na ite na hwe nwo dasam. Ndon komono why a papa? I wish we could have a part 2 of this conversation because I still have a lot of questions that I want to ask. Yebohe, making One Love we training your worship. Yebohe say if we can have a part 2, mama ehu. What from aba guy aha or your original TV show no or your e-chat show. Nyame admo chana yebasansu ye share na yezin komo. Have a good night.